Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we are going to be playing as Brightwing. Brightwing is a support from the Warcraft universe and has been one of the highest win rate characters since she was released into the game. I would like to kind of explain why that is, or at least give you my take on why that is, and also give you a pretty good build for the current state of the game. I don't want to say meta, because it's way too early in the game's lifespan for there to be like a solid meta, but this build should take you a long way while playing Brightwing. Fuck, it was a training match again. God damn it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves... I have to see my audio or I freak out. We find ourselves on Blackheart's Bay today. We are going to be picking up... Well, we're on Blackhearts. Do we really want Bribe? I feel like I take Bribe every time I play Brightwing. Let's go for something different. Let's go for the scouting drone. Probably not as useful on this map as others. I know this is a really, really good talent to use on the Cursed Hollow map, where you can put this down and it'll help you defend your tributes. This is a scouting drone. It has 2 charges. Essentially, you put it down in an area and then it will show off that area to you and your entire team for 45 seconds. And it's also going to have... it's going to have 2 charges, so you can do that twice, basically. The enemy team can focus this down, but we can just come over here, put it down, and now we can see that. I mean, which is kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool. Granting vision. Supports should probably be granting some vision. Brightwing's abilities are Arcane Flare. This is her Q ability. It is a damaging ability that will deal damage to not only the outer circle of the projectile, but the inner circle of the projectile as well. This is not a joke. We literally have an AFK Abathur in the base. He's not doing Abathur things. He's just fucking AFK in the base. Thank you, Matchmaking, for allowing me to play with him today. Let's say hi, friends, to the friends before we get too salty. Go ahead and snatch up some of these coins. We have 2 of the 5. Let's go ahead and give a shield to our arterial here, and then walk it out. Oh yeah, Abathur on the move. Fantastic, he's back in the game. We need to make our way down to the bottom lane. Abathur, instead of using his mount, is deciding to slug his way all the way down there, which I guess is one way of doing things. Let's go ahead and ping for assistance here. Luckily, both of the teams are not doing too good of a job of soaking XP, so we are actually even with the enemy team. We can go ahead and put a scouting drone down right here, just so we can see this whole area. We'll go ahead and turn in the 5 coins that we picked up earlier. First of all, I do want to point out the fact that we have reached 1,000, no, more than that, 100,000 Pally Bros, Pally Pals, Pally Hoes, and motherfuckers. I feel like I got that order wrong just a little bit, but the intent and the love was still there. This is a milestone that I knew that I would hit someday, because this is my job and this is what I intend to be good at and tend to trek along with on a day-to-day basis, but I did not think we would be hitting that number so soon. So I want to sincerely thank all of you for subscribing to the channel and watching these videos. I know it's not something that you have to do. I know it's something that you do, I hope, because you enjoy my content. I know there are some people out there who subscribe just so they can thumbs down my video within the instant of it going live. The funny thing is, little 13-year-old, that the joke is on you, because any interactivity on YouTube actually only benefits my channel. So thanks for helping me get more views by thumbs downing my videos. That's really nice of you, actually. Let's go ahead and move into this fight with Arterial. He is taking a lot of damage from the enemy Barbar. We can go ahead and speed Tyrael up. We are going to have to take a step out of this fight, though, and pick our talent really fast. We are going to go for Protective Shield. Hopefully we can get in range fast enough to use it. Yes, we can. Sylvanas does use her Banshees to try to chase Tyrael down even more, and we're going to have to put it into that. The remainder of our abilities, we have Polymorph on our W ability. This is a... Whoa, dodge that. This is a crowd control ability. It will... I didn't actually know it dealt a small amount of damage. It deals 45 damage and then turns our target into an animal for 2 seconds. Later on with this build, we can spec to increase damage dealt to any polymorph targets, which we intend to do. That's one of the reasons Brightwing has always been so damn good. But as of right now, it is only a means of interrupting channeling abilities, basically stopping people from doing things to our team. And then our E ability is Pixie Dust. This is a movement speed increase to the target we give it to, and then that target will also absorb, I believe, 1 auto attack, which, I mean, it's okay. It's like block. I mean, it's alright. It's not great. One of the best things about playing Brightwing is the simple fact that she does not have a mount. Well, doesn't that seem like a problem? You may think so, but as you can see, I was out of mana, so we're going to return to the base. Then how do we get back into combat? We use our mount to teleport in on someone anywhere on the map. And we can do this every 45 seconds. Just so happens that I did this right as chests were spawning. So we're just going to right-click on the enemy Jaina here. We're going to force her out of here. Brightwing actually has a ton of dueling potential in the early game. She hits really hard with all of her abilities and has a ton of sustain. The majority of that sustain is going to be coming from her trait, which is Soothing Mist. It heals. Whoa! No, 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 no. Do not. We need a scouting drone. That's what we needed. Can I keep Arterial alive? I gave him a shield, but my positioning is horrible here. We can't teleport to my team just yet. Let's go ahead and put a scouting drone down so we can see everything that's going on over here. We'll be able to save Vala. I am coming in possibly with a Polymorph, but not quite yet. Let's go ahead and move Arterial, give him a little bit of more movement speed. Try to interrupt this Muradin as he is about to cap. Very low on health, the enemy Muradin now. Do we want to keep pushing forward? I actually think we have the advantage here. My AoE healing is actually out-healing anything that the enemy Rhaegar can do, and now we are going to pick up Gust of Healing, which allows us to activate our trait to rapidly heal everyone around us. Rather than the passive healing, we can now rapidly heal everyone. Sorry, talking to myself. So basically this takes our trait and makes it activate every second for 4 seconds. So that's like 500 healing almost. You know, the math's a little off there. And this is going to increase as the game carries on. But that's a lot of fucking healing. And you can do that every 60 seconds for that extra burst that you need. And then at level 4, we also picked up the Protective Shield, which is going to... What's going on up here? I'm teleporting in. Okay, never mind. No, I'm still going. Okay. We also have the Protective Shield, which helps to nullify a little bit of burst damage. Why do I think Brightwing is so successful in the current state of the game? Because the game has a ton of burst damage. If you are not careful, you can be caught out by nearly anyone and be killed. Brightwing can polymorph that target, stop them from doing any damage. Brightwing can give anyone on our team shields, and passively, just by standing near someone, Brightwing is healing them for a ton of health every few seconds. Try to interrupt the big coin turn in. We did that just fine. Gonna give a movement speed increase to Arterial. Let's put down another scouting drone over here. We want to see what's going on, don't we? Of course we do. Our passive, still ticking away every few seconds, is going to be healing everyone. Going to give another movement speed. Use our trait. We're going to activate our trait. Give a shield to our Vala player. That's going to keep her alive. And you can see, just by ourselves, we are able to do so much healing in this. Just single-handedly. Well, we do have the Tyrael. We do have the Tyrael giving shield. Let's not take credit away from him. Tyrael is a great warrior, but also has some defensive capabilities for his entire team with his W ability. He's been using that as every time he goes into combat. But look at our healing done. 14,000. We've doubled the Rhaegar's 7,000 healing, and we are only 7 minutes into this game. I think that is pretty damn impressive. I have been using the scouting drones just to be giving us a little bit more vision on this map. Like I said, the scouting drone, not really used for this map too often. You're going to see it on bigger maps where there's a lot of travel time just so you can know what you're walking into in some instances. I'm using it just to try to give my team more situational awareness in these fights. We'd come over here, lay down a scouting drone. That allowed me to see the enemy team incoming from behind. You know, just situations like that. We have 2 stacks of it. And they both refresh on a 45-second cooldown, so we can pretty much use it whenever we want to. We are going to be going for Blink Heal. Absolutely, if you're the single healer on the team, you want to go for Blink Heal. It is a ton of healing to a single target. We can just go ahead and blink right in on Tyrael here, and that's 300 healing. And we can hold 2 charges of that and do it quite often. Let's go ahead and move, give that move speed increase to Tyrael. Oh, very weird Spear of the Ancients is going to hit our backline. Tyrael going in with that Sanctification. Am I going to be able to keep him alive? No, I'm not, but our Kael'thas does a ton of damage. Our Vala coming in, spinning and winning, and we are going to be able to take down 2 members of the enemy team, the Rhaegar and the Muradin. Not too often you see a Tyrael with that Sanctification talent. I'm pretty happy to see it, actually. Let's go ahead and teleport in here on Abathur. He's down here in the bottom lane. That's going to put me in a good spot to contest this chest over here. Hopefully the friendly team will come in to help. Jaina's still not level 10, so I could actually probably out-trade her still. We do not have our trait off cooldown. That is a 60-second cooldown when we decide to activate it. Important to note that you are still passively healing every few seconds while this is on cooldown. The cooldown for your trait is only that burst of healing, that 5 waves of healing in a very short amount of time. So let's go ahead and do another scouting drone. It was a terrible one. But hey, they could jump over the wall. My keys are digging into my leg right now, but I'm going to stay strong because I'm a trooper. We know the enemy team is over here. We just saw them in the minion wave. Muradin looking like he wants to get one of these camps. Let's go ahead and give a movement speed increase to our Vala player. We can jump in and give her a little bit of healing as well. Polymorph the enemy Jaina so she can't do anything fancy. And with our Q, we are going to be able to take her down. Granted, that Polymorph probably not necessary if we're all just being totally honest. Let's give Kael'thas one of those movement speed increases as well. That does help nullify a little bit of damage because it does block one attack, but I guess it's only from heroes. So it actually did absolutely nothing there. We'll give myself a movement speed increase, going to get this coin over here. The friendly team did manage to take that bottom siege giant camp. Good job on their part. Go ahead and walk in here. We could take this camp really quick. Nothing stopping us, really. Once we see our team has fallen into some conflict, we can teleport in, but it looks like they are all leaving right now. Abathur's still down here cozy in the bottom lane. The enemy Sylvanas, however, is pushing top, which could be a little bit of a problem, but our friendly Vala is already on the scene. We are going to be picking up Sprint at this level range. A lot of our survivability does rely on teleporting in and out of situations. We can use Blink Heal to use a little bit of Juke City. For instance, we could teleport to this minion if we were being chased. But Sprint's a little bit more reliable. You don't have to have the right circumstances to run away from someone. You just kind of run away from someone. Sprint plus your E ability, Pixie Dust, basically means you have a gigantic movement speed increase and no one can keep up with you, except for maybe an Illidan player. The enemy team quite possibly getting boss right now. I hope they're not. No, it looks like they're down there, but we can put a scouting drone here anyway. I am going to be teleporting in on our Kael'thas player. Actually, it's on cooldown, but I am moving in to try to assist. We are going to polymorph the enemy barbarian who is doing a ton of damage to our ally. We are going to blink heal once again to our Kael'thas, give him the shield, and then activate our trait, which is going to be rapidly healing him. And we're basically just trying to keep him alive. He is our highest damage dealer. I know it, and I'm going to try my best to keep him in these fights. We are going to lose our Tyrael. Tyrael not able to do any damage with that passive. Are we still pushing forward? I mean, it's definitely a possibility. Let's go ahead and polymorph this Muradin so he can't trip away. But the enemy team once again turning around to collapse on us. They are focusing the copy of Kael'thas and not the real one. And it looks like we're going to walk away with only one casualty. Fantastic. Go ahead and give... No, don't jump to me. No, I don't want it. I don't want it. Now we can just do Brightwing things. We can... No! Why? What? Oh, you're so brave. I'm coming in to help. I'm so brave. Oh, I'm so afraid, though. Okay, we're fine. We're good. Here's a movement speed increase. If you want to do something fancy, you can do something fancy. We do have a Pyroblast coming out on the enemy Sonya. It is not going to be enough to kill her, but maybe with Sprint and a little bit of faith, we can make that happen. No, we sure can't. All right, Vala is still taking some damage, so we can blink back in. We can heal these guys back up with my trait. You can see that burst healing is so strong. Now, in the past, this was actually not a talent that I recommended, but I've definitely seen the light in regards to the soothing, or the gust of healing on Soothing Mist. I definitely like it now. Looks like the friendly team is going to be trying to turn in some more coins. We should have this just fine. Dude, my room is so hot today. I'm like always out of breath, and it's like I'm sweating everywhere. How you doing, ladies? What's up? How you doing? The enemy team still 2 levels behind. We have 31,000 healing for our team. It could be significantly higher if I was a better Brightwing player. Let's all just agree on that for a second. Who do we want to teleport in on here? It looks like we are going to go in on the Vala. Vala is going to find 3 members of the enemy team. We are going to go in with a Polymorph on the back line. We are going to be healed or immune to damage by the Sanctification of our Tyrael, but Muradin is just going to auto-attack him to nullify that. That's unfortunate. Basically, Sanctification, if I'm even naming it... Oh, no! Oh, God, I got you! I got you! Oh, stressful. Oh, we need to get in here. We are going to be using Sprint to do that, and then activating our trait to keep Tyrael alive. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We are going to be picking up Critterize. Targets take more damage when they are polymorphed. That's a 25% damage increase. That is the equivalent to a Tyrande Hunter's Mark. The target becomes vulnerable while they're polymorphed, which I believe is 2 seconds. They are going to take 25% more damage. So you can use this in a plethora of ways. You can use it to polymorph a target that's out of position that your team has already engaged on, or you can simply continue to use it on a threat on the back line that you don't want dealing any damage in the middle of a fight. Maybe your team focuses them, maybe they don't. Either way, polymorph is still absolutely amazing. Let's come in here on our Vala, try to keep her alive. We'll just blink into her a couple times with our ultimate. Basically, Blink Heal works on a charge system. Every 10 seconds you get a charge, but it caps out at 2. So if you're not using your charges constantly, you are not getting the full effect out of the healing that it can give. Let's go ahead and Scouting Drone here. We don't know what the enemy team is doing. I guess they just turned in their coins. I take it back. But let's go ahead and Scouting Drone up here too. I feel like I'm using these okay. It's not a talent I pick very often. But see, it's paying off right now. We can see that the enemy team is actually going to boss. And my Scouting Drone actually fucking scouted it. Look at that. Look at that. Do we have everyone here? No, Tyrael's still down in the bottom lane. I don't think the enemy team is actually going to go for boss, though. And our team is actually starting to dick trickle a little bit. Luckily, the enemy Muradin did miss that stun. Otherwise, that could have been an utter defeat for our Kael'thas. Yeah, guys, we have full vision of this. We can totally just back up. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Now with Tyrael here, we could engage, but of course he didn't go for Judgment. Let's go ahead and just... Wow, I missed a polymorph there because I was stunned by Muradin. You're doing great, you're doing great. Okay, we are going to poly the enemy Barbarian as she is going in for that ton of damage. She did pop her damage, like, steroid ultimate. I don't even know the name of that. And we are going to instantly blow her up because of that polymorph. Now going in to try to get in position for this Jaina kill. We are going to polymorph her. And I'm just going to try to... I was trying to stay in front of her, but she went the other way. Vala wants to do the bios. We can definitely do the bios. As soon as we clear this minion wave, we'll make our way over there. I'll ping that I'm on my way. She does have the top hat of Abathur, so she is totally fine. Hopefully Abathur is building for Symbiote. Not really, actually. It's weird. Let's go ahead and... Wow, we're going to get this completely uncontested. I would say the Scouting Drone did their job there. Absolutely. How many coins do we have? We have 8 plus 5. All right, I'll go ahead. Teleport down to our Abathur. And then use our E ability to make our way up here. Now, you are pretty slow on Brightwing, so having an anchor to teleport to on Abathur is actually pretty useful. We can go ahead and lay down another Scouting Drone while the team is making their way over here. This one intended, of course, to intercept any enemy heroes that may be trying to interrupt this turn-in, but we can clearly see on the minimap that they are up here dealing with this Golem push. Chests have once again spawned, so we are going to get a bombardment plus free chests as they are dealing with that boss. Fantastic timing on that. Fantastic timing on that. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe free wasn't the right word. Let's go ahead and Scouting Drone here. Please. There we go. So this will actually give us vision of the smoke. Tyrael doesn't need to be in there. I think. Maybe. I want to hope and believe. Yeah, see, it gives us vision of the smoke. That's great. Alright, Tyrael has engaged in a fight. The enemy Sylvanas already dead. Unfortunately, I kind of blinked to the wrong target. I'm trying to help. There we go. Fantastic. Here we go. Let's just keep everyone alive. Go ahead and activate our trait. We are going to polymorph the enemy Muradin because he was hitting our squishy, and that's the only reason. We have hit level 25. We are going to be going with Storm Shield at this level, blinking up to our Vala to keep her alive. Make sure she stays in this fight. Here's a movement speed increase. I don't know how much longer she wants to pursue. Doesn't seem too worth it. Our Kael'thas up top getting coins. He has 7. So we probably have enough for another turn in right now, actually. Let's see. 4. That's 9. And then that's a number. And this is also a number. I think we have enough. Math good. I did it, everybody. Are you proud of me? I'm proud of me with my math and my numbers. Alright, let's go. Even if we don't have enough to turn in, we're at the point where it's close enough that we should be putting them in the box. Because the enemy team could easily kill us right now. Well, let me rephrase that. If the enemy team kills us right now, they would have a bombardment, and that's not good. We'll go ahead and give our Vala a movement speed increase as we teleport in. We are going to be using our ultimate that we picked up. Let's try to keep on moving, keep on moving. We are going to polymorph. No, he's mine! You can't kill him, he's mine! Oh my god, the healing from this build is... Someone made a post on Twitter the other day, how to BMF Pally time, and like one of the steps was to say things are out of this world. And I was just about to say that the healing from this build is just out of this world because it is! Because it is! We do take down the final keep for the enemy team. Now we are doing uncontested core damage. We did pick up Storm Shield at level 20 because it's great for AoE supporting. It's great for AoE healing, which is already something that we excel at. So it just makes us better at the thing we're already doing extremely well. Oh, Brightwing is so good. Brightwing is so good. Now, she's not for new players at all. If you are just getting into Heroes of the Storm, which I know there are a lot of you, you should be playing Lily. Possibly playing Malfurion. Malfurion's pretty difficult, I think. I think he's pretty boring. But he's definitely a skill up in terms of difficulty from Lily. But these are the characters that I would definitely recommend for new players. To play Brightwing, you have to have a lot of situational awareness. You have to have a lot of map awareness. You have to know where the enemy team is. You have to be providing your team with information as much as possible. It's not easy to do. I don't think I do it very much justice at all, but here are the stats at the end of the game. 33 siege, 13 hero, 70,000 healing, and then our XP was actually pretty low in terms of what our team was doing. But we did end that game 22-0, and once again, the talents, for the most part, I recommend all of these except for switching out Scouting Drone for Bribe, because Bribe helps you secure mercenary camps really, really, really easily. I didn't think it would be too important on this map. But we have Scouting Drone, we have Protective Shield, Gust of Healing. This makes you activate your trait in order to get a massive spike in healing. Blink Heal, Sprint to allow you to get in position and catch up with your allies a lot more effectively. Critter Rise to allow your Polymorph targets to take 25% more damage. And then Storm Shield is pretty good at level 20. You could also go for Rewind, so you could double Critterize someone. But that doesn't seem to be as valid these days. Maybe if the enemy team has an Illidan and you really just want to lock them down, that would be a good pick. It's kind of open for interpretation. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That's going to be it for me today. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button down below. And I'll see you all next time. Oh my god, it is so hot in this room.